Hi there, welcome to Solid Review. I'm your host, Briston Brown, also known as Solid Zaku. And in this episode, I'm going to be reviewing My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 4, Episodes 1 and 2, also known as Princess Twilight Parts 1 and 2. Now, I'm going to give you guys a brief synopsis of this, and it's going to be spoilers. Heck, this whole entire episode is going to be kind of spoilers-esque, but not so much so. So I recommend you do two things. Go stop this video, watch the actual episode, then come back and watch this. Or you can watch this, see what little spoilers I have to give, and then watch the episodes yourself. You're not really going to get spoiled too much, though. So without further delay, here's the synopsis. Twilight, guess what? She's a princess now. And what of it? She's trying to learn her alicorn abilities. But later on, something's going on in the Everfree Forest. Something's growing. And now Princess Celestia and Luna are gone. And it is up to the main six to find the princesses and stop the Everfree Forest from growing. That's pretty much it. Now, aside from that, I mean, there's some things I actually do like about this episode. And aptly named, it's Twilight learning her alicorn abilities. Or, you know, maybe we should just like call her Twilight Crash or something, because in the very first few minutes of the episode, we actually see Twilight working with, or Rainbow Dash helping Twilight trying to fly, and, well, she's not really succeeding at all. That's the one thing I actually really liked about this, is that Alicorn doesn't just gain her Alicorn abilities and like, oh, I can fly around and be amazing, I can use all this magic. No, she actually has to learn this stuff. She actually has to practice it and become good at it. And I actually really like that. And then there was another thing that people were afraid of, was like, oh, now that Twilight is now a princess, that her friends are not going to treat her like they're her friend, they're going to treat her like a princess. Actually, that's not the case at all. They still treat her like she's Twilight, which is amazing. I love that. There is one instance later on in the episode, because of, you know, the situation that's going on, the girls start worrying about Twilight, not just because she's a friend of theirs, but because she's a princess of Equestria now. So, I mean, there is that fear that they had, and kind of contradicts what I said before, but it's reasonable within the standards of what's going on. Now, aside from that, another thing I really liked about this episode is that we get some actual canon history, plus lore expansion. Now, by canon history, we get to go back into the past and see what had actually happened when Celestia stopped Nightmare Moon, in addition to Discord. Plus, we get to find out where the elements of harmony come from. That's something big. In addition to that, we get some lore expansion where we find out where they come from, and a little bit something at the very end of the episode, which I will keep secret. I'm really excited for that because it jumps off to my next point, which was that we get a possibility of an actual story arc. No longer that this season probably will be like, you know, one and done contained episodes. We're actually going to get an extended story arc, a thing that's actually going to be happening. That's going to be really, really cool. But at the same time, I'm kind of fearful that it might hinder the actual episodes themselves. But if it's something that gets stringed along and, like, you know, it's overarching, perfect. Just perfect. The last thing I had to mention that I really liked about this episode was that we didn't have a big bad villain. For once, the villain is actually just the forest, or, you know, something a little bit more, and I won't say what it is. But we have an imminent threat, but of not a physical nature. And that's kind of interesting to see how the girls react to that, rather than dealing with a foe and adversary, kind of like a monster of the week kind of situation, which I kind of hated in a sense, but which draws me into my cons about the actual episodes, which I don't know why throughout the entire episodes, it just felt lackluster. It didn't feel that, you know, umphy. And my only theory about this is that maybe because we didn't have a physical imminent threat. By physical is something that we can personify. In the first two seasons, we had personified villains. We had Nightmare Moon, we had Discord. We had imminent threats that were always there taunting, mocking, and just going at the main six. In Season 3, we had King Sombra. Even though he was personified at some point, he wasn't really personified. He was just some entity that was around constantly. He was an atmospheric villain. That was nice. But that kind of made it lackluster. It just didn't make it so exciting. Didn't make it that interesting to see him be there to, like, you know, antagonize our main characters. That's the same situation that happened in these two episodes. We didn't really have much of that physical imminent threat. We had an imminent threat, but nothing physical. And maybe that's what created the lackluster in the episode itself. The writing wasn't that bad at all. Fantastic job. And, you know, of course the animation is great, so I can't ding anything there. Well, then again, how can I ding an animation show when it's always consistent? Also, I have to say, maybe this is a pro and con for everybody. Twilight Cane. That thing has really exploded and gone out. Something that was just for a few seconds blows up and becomes something big. That's actually kind of great. Anyways, overall, season 4's opener of the first 2 episodes wasn't that bad. In fact, I actually think it's better than season 3's opener, but not by much. I still think that season 1 and 2's are pretty much on the top tier, and these recent 2 are on bottom, but not that bad. All in all, season 4's episodes 1 and 2 of Princess Twilight parts 1 and 2 gets a 3 out of 5 from me. So, hopefully I'll see you guys next time when I review the third episode. I don't know how to consider this. I always think it's like, oh, these 2-parters are just 1 episode, but in reality it doesn't count that way. So, I'll see you guys for episode 3 then. Lates. Wait, you want me to do it right now? Oh, you want me to do it right now? Oh, where's your war? Oh, I'm sorry, by the way, guys, if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please, 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 send me comments. Tell me what you think about the episode. Tell me what you think about my opinions. Am I right? Am I wrong? You want to save me? Come on, bring it, bro. I like this challenge. Do I really want to challenge them? Do I challenge you guys? Oh man, I'm so screwed. What are you doing this to me, man? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next review. Lates. Also, check out my other stuff. Bye. I'm dead. New season, we're actually oh, hey, buddy. Look who comes to join me for my review. He wants to be part of the camera.